Namaste Tesla. It is official that Tesla is coming to the Indian market, and most probably this year we'll see the first product for the market that could be the Tesla Y, and the one I'm driving in Thailand for the last couple of days. Now, a few weeks back, the government of India had announced incentives finally for any manufacturer who's coming into India, putting in X amount of money for the manufacturing plant and generating jobs. The same manufacturer will be given incentive for the import duties for X number of vehicles every year. So it's safe to assume Tesla is ready, and before the manufacturing setup will come up, they will be launching either the 3 or the Y. 3 is more like the sedan, Y is more like the SUV, and I personally feel, given the love for SUVs Indians have in the country, this one will be the first ever Tesla to go on sale in the country. The Y is also very important for Tesla because it is the most popular selling electric vehicle anywhere in the world for the year 2022, and even today as a single model sale, it continues to be the most popular electric SUV in the offering, in spite of the Chinese invasion in various countries, including in the Indian market. We have a couple of options now. So anyways, back to the Tesla Y. This is more of a walk around video. I'm in Thailand to drive the car for a couple of days. Yesterday I was with the Ford Endeavour. That video is live on my YouTube channel as the walk around video, but the proper review comes at a later stage. And for now, it is a look, a first proper look, a walkthrough of the Tesla Y. The proper driving parameter review with the performance, the range, the driver's perspective, the ride and handling, and the space, that will come at a later stage. The first of all is the design of the Tesla Y. It is the SUV version of the Tesla 3, but it looks substantial in terms of the width or the height or the ground clearance for an electric sports car. Some time back, Tesla had updated the Tesla 3 with minor tweaks on the design and interiors, and I think the Tesla Y is also ready for the update. This one is the current version on sale in the Thai market, and that is what I have for you. Like the interior, so I'll show you at a later stage. The outside is completely clean, devoid of any unwanted lines. Of course, it's an EV, so no grille over here, only a air dam coming on the lower part of the bumper. And of course, you have the fog lamps on both the sides. They are off as of now. On the above part, you have these sleek looking headlamps, which reminds me of a certain Japanese supercar of the era gone by, but they do the job very well. They look nice. The lights are, yes, on right now. So the headlamps will be tweaked at a later stage as an update, but as of now, this is what the Tesla has to offer. The big logo coming in over here, and the brand recall for the Tesla logo has to be very strong in the Indian market and globally. This is what Indians have been waiting for a long time. Now, there's no engine over here, but there is a sizable frunk, which I'll show you at a later stage. On the side profile, on this particular version, you have 19-inch alloy wheels. I'll talk about the versions of the Y on offer, but for now, these are 19-inch alloy wheels. And unlike EVs, which have a shut kind of a design, that's not the case over here. And this particular model has 19-inch wheels with the tires from Hankook, very well known in this part of the world. Coming in over here, no logos, but you have cameras and sensors all over the body, because you do know about the autopilot function that is not working right now in Thailand for safety reasons. One more camera is also on the pillar. There's also where you put your key card to access the vehicle, which I'll show you just in a few seconds. Let me just open the door, which is also very cool. You press this and the door opens. Let me just show you the key card as well. So to gain access into the vehicle, this is the key card, which you basically tap over here for locking and unlocking the car. It's locked now. You can make out the outside mirror has shut. So if I again want to open the car, just tap it over here and the car will unlock. Coming in over here, this is a pillarless design. Look at this. If I open the door, if I take the window down, this is a pillarless design for the door. Looks fabulous. Ditto for the rear door as well. If I take down the window, this is what dreams are made of for enthusiasts who'd been wanting a sports car or supercar with a pillarless door design. Fantabulous, fantabulous. I might be sweating. It's very humid in Thailand, so excuse me for that. You come to the rear of the car, a very cool sloping like C pillar. This does not hamper the boot space at all, which I'll show you right now. And also the rear of the Tesla, this is the long range version. So you have the dual motor logo coming in over here. 2 electric motors, one powering the front axle and the second for the rear 2 wheels. So dual motor with your sleek, cute LED lamps. There's no connected LED funkiness over here. two tail lamps, one over here, one on the other end. And before I go into the interiors, I want to talk to you about the versions of the Tesla Y. Now, in the Thailand market, you have three versions. The base is the rear wheel drive with a single motor, but the talking point has to be the dual motor setup. In that, with the dual motors, you have two options to pick from. The long range version, which I have right now with 544 kilometers of range, and the performance version with slightly less range, but that is bonkers. 0 to 100 in 3.5 seconds for the all-wheel drive performance. This is the all-wheel drive a long range version with a 0 to 100 in 5 seconds. Nevertheless, I've been cruising for the last couple of hours from Bangkok to this lovely place, and the energy efficiency is as low as 110 watt-hour per kilometer, which means a real-world range of 600 at highway speeds is possible. So roughly three versions: rear-wheel drive, 1 and 2 on the all-wheel drive, a long range and the performance range. Before I get to the interiors, I want to talk to you about the pricing parameter. In the Bangkok market, the rear-wheel drive Y version has a starting price of approximately 40 lakh rupees, which means an ex-factory price of around 35 lakh rupees. Now, given the new incentive from the Indian government, you can import 8,000 units at a low 15% import duty. We can very well see a Tesla Y with a starting price of 45 lakh rupees. That's challenging the BYD Seal, that's challenging the Hyundai Ioniq 5, that's challenging the Kia EV6. So if Tesla wants, if Mr. Elon Musk wants, he can have the Y at 45 lakh rupees. He can have the Tesla 3 at 40 lakh rupees. Does that excite you? Well, that is the reason I'm in Thailand, to put down my money, take the car on rent for a couple of days and give you all the information. And now on to the interiors, your second space, and a fabulous space on the Tesla Y. So in case you are a pet lover like me and you have your dogs or cats or any other animal with you and you want to step out for a while to buy something and it's very hot on the outside, don't worry, Tesla has you covered. Go into climate control, I'll select the dog mode, I will step out and lock the car and then see what happens. Your animal will be inside completely safe. The key is with me. I'll select dog mode, I will step out and see. So it says my driver will be back. Don't worry, the AC was on and it's 19 degrees. So even the roof is glass, but it's completely sun controlled. So your pet or any animal you love will be completely safe on the inside. So that was a cool thing, right? What's even more cooler is the design of the interiors. Basically, the theme is no buttons at all. The entire dashboard over here or the central console doesn't have a single button coming in. Of course, we have the power window switches over here and the switch to open the door. Switch as in, if I press this, I can push the door and it opens. So just pressing that small button helps a lot. The issue is it looks very, very cool, but people will get confused. We Indians are love to switches. We are known to use switches and buttons. What happens is, for example, if I want to adjust the outside mirrors, there are no switches here to adjust the outside mirrors. What I'll do it, I'll basically go over here into the controls and now I can choose my mirrors or my glove box or the window lock or the child lock. For example, if I have to open the glove box, I press this and look at the glove box opening. 3, 2, 1. The glove box opens. Likewise, no switch for the headlights. You have to go into controls. You can put on the main lights or the auto or your parking or your off. To control the outside mirrors, I just press unfold mirrors, lock the mirrors. If I press unfold, they will unlock. So everything's got to do over here. For example, mirrors. I'll have to use the switches on the steering wheel to adjust the location of the outside mirror. So it is a bit cumbersome because we Indians are used to seeing switches. Likewise, in terms of speed, there is no speedometer console over here. It's a completely clear look. What happens if when I start driving the car, speed comes in over here. So your parking, reverse, neutral, drive, and of course your range left comes in over here, but not on the central part. So it takes a bit of a time getting used to. What's cool is that it's very hot in Thailand. I might be sweating. If I go into the air cons, I can control the flow of AC. Where I want the air to come in, how I want the air to come in. These are the AC vents. They are not a part of the design. They are AC vents. So this is a cool feature. I can control how the AC flow will come in. Of course, there are other modes. For example, I can go into camping mode. If I go into camping mode, the car will stay on until the battery reaches 20%. And then there is other modes like dog mode and everything. Unfortunately, there are no cooled seats. I can only heat the seat on the left side. It's now heating up. Even the steering can be heated up. but for the Indian conditions, we of course need cooled seats, not heated seats. Anyways, so I told you there is no buttons, completely clutter-free cabin. What happens on this part? There are no gear lever controls. So you have to you have to go into drive and reverse through the stalk on the right side, which is like a Mercedes car. So you press the brake and you go into drive or reverse or from the right side of the steering wheel. On the central part, however, this is not a piece of cloth. They are twin wireless charging options for your mobile phone. So both the phones can get charged, and likewise you have two C-type charging outlets on this huge glove box area, so you can charge 4 devices at a given time. This is pretty deep. Look at my hand. It's pretty deep. I'm not done yet. I have a couple of cup holders over here. This is the key card of the car. So huge small glove box. These are the couple of cup holders, and look at this. Ignore our items. My GoPro, couple of phones, handkerchief, wires and all, everything is downwards. So this complete area is actually a storage space in the Tesla. And of course, you also have the glove box I showed you. The seats are powered, both the co-driver seat and the driver's seat, they are powered. They are not cooled, but they can be heated. As for the space on offer, if you are tall like me, my friends from Punjab, look at this. I stand 6 feet tall. I have a phenomenal amount of headroom coming in over here. And this is a glass area. It's a glass roof. It does not open, so sorry for that. No panoramic sunroof, but it's a glass roof which is sun controlled. I can see the sun right now, but it's completely dark. So it does emit a lot of heat inside, but looks very cool for the rear passengers at night. This is a complete glass area. So this is what the interiors of the Tesla Y are all about. Minimalistic, modern, future ready. What more could I have asked for? Well, for starters, this is suede. It's cloth area like the one we see on the mobile wireless charging. It can get dirty in the environment that India is known for. You also have a frameless inner rearview mirror coming in over here, just like the frameless doors we have. Even this is frameless. So I showed you the doors when I opened the window. No pillar on this side. This is really cool. What else? Let's go to the second row, because Tesla Y is more of an SUV for your family and your friends. So is there ample space for two well-fit adults like me? Let's go to the second row. So things at the back, जो driver seat है, that is adjusted for my height. I stand 6 feet tall, and yet there is about 2 to 3 inches of knee room. It's not really very good, I understand, by the standard of EVs in the Indian market, but nevertheless, two tall people can be one behind the another. In your family, if the driver is shorter than me, or if you're shorter than me, you'll have more space coming in over here. Benefits of a pure EV platform: the floor is completely flat, which means even for a third passenger, ample amount of space over here. Now the theme over here is also minimalistic. No buttons, no knobs, just your two C-type charging outlets coming in on this part. And the rear AC vents, the throw is very strong. I don't miss not having a proper roof over here in spite of the sun belting out all the heat from this glass area. These AC vents are doing a fabulous job. Now you do have an armrest coming in over here with a couple of cup holders. So as a 4-seater, it is very comfortable. We can recline the seat slightly more by pressing this button you see right over here. If I use this, I can recline the seat angle slightly going back. So it is more useful for your long trips as well. These glass are tinted. In Thailand, you have laws which allow you to tint your glasses. So of course, it's very hot outside right now. Look at the difference. But with the tint, it looks pretty cool. Now the functioning of the doors, I'll again show you. There is a small button for all the 4 doors. If I press this button, the door will open by itself. I have to push it, of course, outside. I press this. So easy to use. Why can't other manufacturers start implementing all this? You also have your cool lights over here, one for each passenger. I think very good for your night usage, and a hook to put a coat or a small luggage over here for your shopping needs. I close this as well. No lights over here, so lights can come on the outside, but at night I'm very sure the starry view over from here will be fabulous. What else? Well, I go to the other side of the seat to show you that if as a chauffeur-driven car using it and you push this seat all the way ahead, the amount of room will surprise you. So Elon Musk says, why not use the Tesla as a very good chauffeur-driven car? You can do that. If your chauffeur is driving the car and you want to relax after a long day at work, just push the seat forward, recline this seat, and you can have your own cozy place on the move. If I tell you the numbers, this is over 800 liters of usable boot space. If I show you what all we have, ignore the way it's lying around. couple of backpacks and they are lying like this. So look at the depth of the boot. Then we have our camera as well. On the left side, a couple of small camera bags. In my opinion, it can take in 4 to 5 large suitcases. Also a party trick, if you want to fold the seats, you basically have 2 buttons over here. You can press these and that one went down, and this one will also go down with the press of this button. So electrically powered rear seats, 800 liters of usable space with the second row in place, and yet you have more space. On the sides, look at the depth. I can put in a couple of large bottles over here on both sides, on the left side as well, and there is more space over here. I won't pick this, my camera is, Abhay's camera is kept right over here. Let me just adjust this, and if I pick up this, there is more space to hide something. You can put in a couple of soft suitcases. So the amount of space in the Tesla Y is phenomenal. I think possibly the best in class. Of course, this is powered. I can press this and the boot, massive boot door will close down. You can also open the boot as well as the front frunk from the buttons, from the touch buttons on the steering wheel. How much is the space over there? I'll show you. So a touch of the screen and the front bonnet opens up to access the frunk as well. Wow, another place to keep a couple of sort bags. So the luggage carrying capacity of the Tesla Y is phenomenal. One of the USPs, you have proper space for 5 people. You have space for a long weekend trip as well. You have the range to go to places, the complete EV package, right? And that brings us to the end of this detailed walk around of the Tesla Y. I am genuinely very impressed. It does everything that a particular user wants his EV to do in the 40 to 50 lakh rupee bracket. It's got the performance, it's got the brand recall, it's got the range, it's got the features, it's got the space, it's got the frunk and the boot coming in over here. What is missing? Well, I don't think so. Tesla, in whichever market they go, they also make the network of superchargers. In India, we already have a healthy network of 60 or 120 kilowatt chargers coming from various companies like ChargeZone and Shell. So even the infrastructure is done. What is missing in the video? Well, the drive review, the performance review, the comfort review from a driver's perspective, that I'll be covering in the detailed video that goes live in a few days' time. And to get the notification, you know what to do. Do subscribe and hit the bell icon as well. By the way, a few weeks back, we had taken an EV from Bengaluru to Mumbai, beating the fastest train by 2 hours. Which EV was that? Well, the link is currently on the screen as well as in the description section below. Do watch that video to know which EV was beating the train on the 1000-kilometer route from Bengaluru to Mumbai.